Hello everyone, I am Meenakshi Sundaram and today I am gonna share how you could transfer the data present in your Excel sheet to your Google accounts in the Google contacts. Basically in the Google contacts you require only two data, which is your name and the contact number. This two information is required in order to save your contacts. So this is the Excel sheet which contains the residential information of the residents. So I have a requirement where I have to save the name in the format of first there should be the door number, and it should contain the first name of the resident hyphen the cross information about the resident. Now five is the door number, Jack, and he belongs to first cross. So in this format I have to create a name and I have to save the phone number. So in order to do this, here the 5 is the door number, Jack is the first name, and 1 is the cross. So these three columns I have to merge. So in order to merge the columns, there is a function in the my Excel sheet called as concat function. Basically it merges the columns. So in order to call a particular function, you have to give equal to sign and type concat, and it gives the information about the concat function, like it concatenates a list or range of text strings. So inside a function, uh, the function should contain parentheses, because inside those parentheses only we can give the information, the arguments and the parameters. So I have typed two parentheses, and inside those parentheses I have to give the information. The first information that we have to give is the door number. So this particular door number for this particular row, it is present in the B column and in the second row. So I have to type as B2 and it selects this particular cell, and next is I have to give a full stop here. So B2 will be the first parameter, the next parameter should be full stop. So I have to give the full stop inside double quotation because it is a string, and next parameter should be the first name. So in this particular row, the first name is present in C column second row, so I am giving it a C2. The next thing is the hyphen, I have to give a hyphen here. The next parameter should be the cross information. The cross for this particular row, it is present in A column second row, so I am giving it as A2 and comma. So the A2 prints only one, but ST cross we have to print it. So for ST cross I am creating a string and ST cross. I'm closing it. So all the information we have given, after we have given the parameters inside this particular function called concat, we have to press enter. So by pressing the enter, that particular function gets executed. So the main advantage with the Microsoft Excel is that we don't want to write that particular function for each and every row. Just we have to write it only once, and we have to move the cursor to the end of the cell, and from that we have to drag it to the next cell or other cells. So by moving it to the next cell, that particular function gets copied, replicated to the next row also. So see here the 6 has been come, then the mic, and he belongs to first class. So that particular function has been applied here also. So now if we drag from here to here, that particular function is applied to the next cell also. But here the problem is that he belongs to the second cross, but it is printing like ST cross. We should type it as ND cross, second cross. So double click on that and change it to ND, then press enter. So now it has been changed to second cross. Now I have to drag it and move it to the next cell so that it replicates that. Now it has been copied as second cross. Now again we have to do the same thing, but here after doing it, it is showing us 3 ND cross. But we require it as third cross, RD cross. So double click on that, change it to RD and press enter. So it has been changed as third cross. Click on that, drag it from here to here, and that has been replicated here also. So once you have done that, just I am removing this cell. After you are doing it, just I wanted all the phone numbers here, so just I have to move this to here. So double click on that. In order to select a particular cell, you can do it by pressing equal to sign, and you have to type which cell you wanted to select. In this I wanted to select from the E column the second row, the cell I have to select, so I'm clicking E2, then press enter. By doing it, that particular cell has been transferred here. So the same logic I have to apply to all these things. I have to move all this rows to this here. So click on it. The same logic should be applied. So for the first row only I have to do that particular logic manually, and for the other rows from here to here I have to drag so that that particular logic applies to all the rows. So it has been moved. That's all. These two information is required. So, but in the Google contacts, the name should be the first, the next should be the phone number. These columns are not required here. So, I wanted to shift these columns and move it somewhere else here. But you shouldn't move that unnecessary columns downwards, because if you move those columns downwards, the Google contacts will create another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 7 contacts it will create unnecessarily, because each column will be each row will be treated as the new contact, and the first row will be considered as the columns, and the upcoming next rows will be considered as new contacts. So if you move these things below this, then that rows will be considered as new contacts, and those contacts will be as empty contacts, because there is no relevant information here. So that's why I have moved these columns to the right side of these things. So I have to move from here to the first thing, and I have to save this information. Click on save, and in the Google contacts it supports only the CSV file format, so we have to save that in CSV file format. CSV file, and it is saved as book2, and I have to click on save. The next thing that I should do is that I have to go to Google contacts and click on create contact. Here we are creating multiple contacts, so click on create multiple contacts. I have to import in a CSV file, so import contacts. I have to select file. Here it is saved as book2, click on that, then import. So yeah, all these things have been created as new contacts, and phone number has been given. So you may have a doubt that uh, we also have this information, the cross door number information, but it is not showing in that. So let me display that. While I'm clicking on this contact, all this information, the cross to door number 7, phone number, email ID, all those things have been saved here as somewhat like the description, uh, which means the relevant information is displayed here, and the relevant information, the phone number has been displayed here, but the unnecessary information present in that same row. So these things have been present in the same row, right? So this information has been considered as the additional information, so it is saved in additional notes. But in case if we have moved these columns to here. If we have moved to here means it will treat Jack, Mike as new contacts. That is not a problem with this. But when it comes to this particular cell, it will treat the cross as one contact, one as one contact, two as one contact, like that. It will treat everything as one contact. So we don't want that. We wanted 5 to 10 only as the contacts. Rest of these things, it should be present in the additional nodes only. So I have to move that to here. So due to that, these additional information will be saved in this nodes. Only the required information will be saved here. So by this way, you could do this only once and replicate all to using this Microsoft Excel, and you can just import it here. Thank you for watching this video.